just wanna show you you are. You should let me know. If you send me the location, then I'll be right there. And make her come check you, my babe.
I am on my way to have my very first signature install class, and I'm pretty excited about it and nervous at the same time. Had to make sure I stopped and got my breakfast. And of course, I had to make sure I grabbed some snacks for today's class. The hair we'll be using today is Vietnamese Wavy, 4 bundles of 24 inches. And here is her goodie bag. I made sure I stacked it with everything that I used to execute this install. Literally everything. Hi guys, welcome back to All Things Shantice Michelle. So today I will be hosting my first signature install class. If you're here from Instagram, you subscribe or click the link in my bio from Instagram, then you should have seen my page by now and see that I do a certain install that I consider my signature install. So when the girls like get some long hair and get a lot of body and curls and everything. So long story short, this was supposed to be a group class, a mini group class. And I decided to do it because I let my friends and I let my followers gas me up to think that I'm the shit. But I mean, not to think that I don't think I'm the shit. It's just that when you're in the hair industry, you kind of know your audience. You also know that like what kind of like weight you can move, like your name. And a lot of people like that know me always say like, oh Pooh, you the shit, you the goat and everything. And I'm like, yeah, you think that and you feel that way about me, but it's a lot of people out here that don't even know me. So the thought of me trying to host a class, a group class at that, was just, it was like a lot to take in. But I'm like, you know what, I decided I'm gonna try it out. Like, you never know what you're good at or what you're gonna feel like if you don't give it a try. So like a month and a half ago, I posted that I was gonna host a mini group signature install class, no more than 4 people, so that like everybody gets my attention, everybody gets the help that they need, and it's just like not too overwhelming for me because it would have been my first group class. And I posted it and I put it on my website so that people could pay how they want. On my website I have Affirm, Sezzle, Shop Pay, Pay Credit, PayPal. I like to give people options because not everybody can afford to just do the lump sum or do a deposit and then bring the lump sum in. Like, I like to give people the option. Like, honestly, I really don't even care how you pay, just as long as I get paid. But as the date was nearing, I'm like, oh, nobody's like interested. And then it kind of got like a little discouraging because it's like I knew this was going to happen. And I started getting down on myself a little bit, like, girl, you really played yourself thinking that you could do a mini group class. Like, nobody knows who you are. So come time to the day that I actually took the registration down for the class, I took it down at night, maybe like a week ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago. I took it down and it was at night. The next day I had someone text me like, hey, I was trying to sign up for the class, I noticed that it's gone, like, is it full, is it too late, I can send you the money right now. And I'm like, at that point I just wasn't interested anymore. And my friend's like, girl, like, you have one person, like, just do it. And I'm like, okay, like, it doesn't hurt. I've done one-on-ones before with microlinks and tape-ins, so like, one-on-one is a vibe too. So I'm like, okay, I'll just still do it. And because like I was still like a little shocked that she was interested in the class. Like, I just feel like little old me, like, you want to learn from little old me. So of course I let her sign up. She sent the money right away. And today we're here. Of course I'm not going to show you guys the entire class because that would be unfair, but I'll definitely show snippets and highlights of me teaching her my strategy and everything, and just basically walk her through it and talk her through it. And then maybe you guys can see how I teach, and if you're interested, you'll be signing up for a class next. But yeah, stay tuned. And if you like this content, of course I need you to like it and definitely subscribe. Okay guys, so we really just jumped right into it. In this clip I'm showing her how we part out the hair for a minimum leave out, and we're discussing the braid pattern and how we start off with the anchor braids. This is something I do on every install. In this clip, we are applying the net. I refuse to do an install without a net. It just helped the install lay flatter. And yeah, I'm showing her how to put the net on so that we can execute the hairstyle. In my opinion, sewing nets are essential because it helps keep the braids intact. It helps keep your install flat. It's just like I would not do an install without the net. Cut this piece off. We don't. Okay. This, leaving this on, and when you go to sew everything on, this helps keep everything flat. So when we're done sewing all the tracks in, that's where we're going to cut it off. And you're going to see that not one track moves. Okay. Sometimes when people remove this before even sewing, the net tends to slide out. So now you don't have no net protecting this anchor braid. You just do all that. Right. In this clip, we're actually beginning to sew in the bundles. Now, the first bundle is essential to me because how I sewed this bundle in at the very beginning, even though she doesn't leave any hair out for the back to pull it up into a ponytail, even if she still decides to pull this hair up into a ponytail, you will not be able to see any tracks. It's the method that I do that where I tuck the track under the braid and sew it, you still will not be able to see any tracks at all whatsoever. Now, fast forwarding a little bit, as you can see, we're almost finished the install. It's nice and full. This is maybe like the fourth bundle that we have in there, and I'm just basically instructing her on how to do a flip over method so that it's not bumpy or lumpy where she decides to flip the bundle over. Okay, so now we have all of the hair in, and I'm just brushing it. You can't really see right now, but off to the side, she has her camera, and this is how I do some of my content. I brush the hair so that everybody could see how full the hair is, and I was just showing her that. So I do this on all my installs. I put some BioSilk in my hands, and I smooth it through the hair to get ready to blow dry. I like to blow dry my weave before I do anything because it gives it a nice soft touch. Like, it makes it airy, if that makes sense. And after I blow dried, I had to let her feel the hair, feel the difference from when the hair is put in. And then after we add the BioSilk and we blow dry it, I had to I'm like, girl, touch this here so you can feel the difference, because I know I ain't tripping. I don't just be doing steps for no reason. So, of course, I'm not going to show the cutting and the curling techniques because that's why we take the class. But right here, I'm just giving her pointers on like section and subsections and how to execute the curl so that we have the most body that we want in the install. And voila, the finished results. I was super duper proud of her because she told me that she has only tried to do a sew-in once. And she was really nervous, but like you can't even tell. Like the finishing result was amazing. I honestly was a little jealous because I was like, like, you know, sometimes I be feeling like, ooh, my installs could look a little better. No, I'm just kidding. But she really like came willing and ready to learn. I even gave her like a little quiz at the end to let her know, like to see if she was gonna forget anything, but she did so good, and I was so proud. I was so proud of her, and I was proud of myself that I could actually teach someone my method and they executed. You wouldn't even think that this was her first time. I hope you guys enjoyed this and liked it as much as I do.
Here we go! Here the fuck we go! Here the fuck we go!